I would describe Sheffield Family in 3 words being loving, admiring and trusting.
Supportive, 100%. Safe, adaptable, I'm going to say. It doesn't matter what background, where you're from, what your upbringing is, we're a family, and that's why it's called Phoenix Family, because we are like a little family.
Caring, rewarding and nurturing residents and visitors to the service. That it's a homely place, so everybody's welcomed with a cup of tea and a smile, and we find that that will ease anybody's anxieties when they first walk through that door.
I think unique, safe, magical. It is a very magical service. I'm Michaela Dean, so I'm the residential manager for the Sheffield Family Service as part of Phoenix Futures. We are a drug and alcohol rehab service that supports families or parents to access treatment whilst they're caring for their children. We can support families, single parents, pregnant women, mums, dads, and children up to the age of 10. When we have older children, so children at school age, we engage with local schools, so they'll be attending school in the local area. And any children aged above 2 will have some level of free nursery hours, so we'll work with local nurseries so they can engage with local nurseries and also our on-site nursery as well.
So if a family wants to access our service, the first thing that we would tell them to do if they contacted us would be to get in touch if they're working with social service, to contact their social worker or their drug service to ask them to make a referral. If they're not confident in doing that, then we'd ask them for the name of those people, and then we would reach out to them and say that that family had been in touch to inquire whether we could offer that support. The majority of our placements are a minimum of 12 weeks. Most of our families stay for at least 16 weeks plus. If a family are here to do a detox, then that can be longer, and we do have families that stay for 6 to 9 months.
There is help and the support was there, and I searched high and low and went, I want to go to a rehab, but I don't want to go to rehab alone because I'd exit. I wouldn't go and do that without my son for 3 months, 6 months, whatever it is. And then I come across, I went to Likewise, and my worker there found me this Phoenix, and it was like, your son can go and live with you. But I thought, rehab with my son, the whole stigma of it was totally different to what I come to. The fact that there's a nursery here and I can focus on my recovery, but my son is in the building, and meet some really good people, and the staff here are so amazing and supportive.
Just walking through that door, you know, like it's life-changing for them. Like they've like, it's person-centred for them. It's all about them starting to learn to love themselves again. The journey's all about them, and that's one thing that we really put forward in their service. It's person-centred, it's everybody's own personal journey, and it's different for each individual person that walks in. They'll get support with a lot of things here. If they need like financial support, housing, we'll always support them in every avenue in life that they need support in.
So we work with any professional that's involved with the family, so that will be social workers, perinatal mental health, health visitors, the community midwives, the vulnerabilities midwives and drug services. Before a family even attend our service, we are working closely with them to make sure we've got all that information, and then continuously throughout the placement we liaise with them to make sure that when a family is due to leave, there's a robust discharge plan in place.
So when children are settled and feel safe, I notice that their speech comes along really well. They start making personal relationships with the childcare staff and other children, and they just seem happy and smiley, and it reflects when they're with the parents as well.
And it's the best decision I ever made. Definitely, you know, I have a structure, I have a routine, all the traumas. I think I was just running from whatever I was scared of and covering it with drugs and just no end. And what I began with is I had a normal childhood. It's just that I got involved with the wrong crowd and went through some trauma, and I just didn't know how to get myself out of that. And it can happen to anyone. You don't need to be that typical person who is homeless, who's on the street. Those things can happen. But I was just somebody that did want to be a mum, I had a good career and lost it due to addiction, but now here I am, ready for the rest of my life with my son. So it's the best decision for me and my son. We are so much happier, we're safe. I could say there's a lot more, there'll be a lot of work to do in the community because substances will never go away. But I'm very going to remain humble and remember where I come from, because I'm going to be an addict for the rest of my life, and you can't stay in rehab forever, but you just need to get the tools and the work and the support, and it's there. It is there. I'm drug free, I feel healthy, I feel better, and I've got the support for everything I need to be the better version of me. I wish I'd done it sooner.
The best part of my job is making sure that families have the best next chapter and have the fresh start for life and are able to leave the service and go on to be a family in the community.
I think the main thing I want families to know is that the service is safe, and it's an opportunity to kind of thrive and grow whilst having that experience of looking after your child. I want families to know that we understand that it's difficult, that there'll be stuff that they're scared of opening up about, but we will support them through that journey. The service is fun, it is magical. I think we make sure that families get to be a family, and we celebrate all the other things that families do, such as birthdays, such as baby showers, Christmas, Easter, and I think we aren't just a treatment program, we are so much more than that as well.